I give legendary Pokémon new forms. This includes convergence, paradoxes, new members of existing trios, fusions with popular anime character, and, the first design of the day, a new shadow form. Back in 2005, a new Pokémon game came out for the GameCube, Pokémon XD, Gale of Darkness. In this game, Lugia got a shadow form, where it becomes super edgy. The design looks amazing, but I do have one issue with it. Lugia is part of a legendary duo, together with Ho-Oh, so it leaves a bad taste in my mouth for Ho-Oh to not receive the same amount of love. That's why I also gave Ho-Oh a shadow form. I made its crest fall forward to give it a more emo look, and for its colours, instead of using the exact same blue as Shadow Lugia, I went with a dark desaturated red. Meet Shadow Ho-Oh. After Cypher's plan failed by turning Lugia into shadow form, we tried again years later with Ho-Oh. Will their plan succeed this time? Next we have a new form for Zacian. A cosplaying Zacian dressed up as Mihawk from One Piece. This one was just for fun. I wouldn't actually imagine it being a possible design in the game. If you're new to the channel, you might not know about my Silksong region. Yes, you heard that right. I already have over 100 designs, and I'm even creating a fan game with all of these. But I wanted to add a few more legendaries that would be hidden behind puzzles, similar to how the Reggies were in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. Speaking of Reggies, this is exactly what I'm doing here. A new member based on the Void Heart and Shade Lord. Meet Regivoid, a dark type Pokemon. This Pokemon was created by an unknown entity who lurks through the region. The purpose of Regivoid is to slowly infect the land with Void, preparing the terrain for when the Shade Lord finally makes its move. As for its ability, I decided to create a new one called Void Surge. It's an ability that sets a new terrain I created. When the void terrain is up, grounded Pokemon can't heal themselves, and fairy type moves deal 50% less damage. As for its stats, I gave it Registeel stats but distributed differently, making it a highly offensive mixed attacker with just enough speed to be able to use a choice scarf. I actually created one more Reggie for the fan game, one based on Haunting. I made it look similar to the Silk Heart and Grandmother Silk, in order to parallel Regivoid. I made it look like a creature inside a ball of silk, similar to how Grandmother Silk was sealed inside the cradle. I also gave it long legs shaped like Cosmira's sword to make it look spider-like. Meet Regisilk, a bug-type Pokemon. This Pokemon was created by Cosmira in order to infect the land with her silk, preparing the terrain for when she makes her move. As for its ability, just like with Regivoid, I created a new terrain, so its ability is Silk Surge, which sets the silk terrain. When this terrain is up, bug-type Pokemon have the speed increased by 30%, as well as the power of bug-type moves, but only as long as they're grounded. And as for its stats, it also has Registeel stats redistributed differently, so it's really fast and with good HP, but its offenses are lacking a bit to compensate. This Pokemon is supposed to be more of a support. To change things up a bit, let's do some Paradox Pokemon next. I actually created this one a few years ago. A dark and grass type past Paradox Calyrex called Giggling Tyrant that rides fossil Pokemon instead of Glastier and Spectria. I decided to go with Kalos fossils because they had the most rideable shape. Most other fossils are quite small, so for this particular one we have Tyrantrum. Giggling Tyrant will wrap its thorns around the Pokemon's neck to control it, so instead of having a symbiotic relationship like Calyrex with Glastier and Spectria, it's more of a parasite that takes advantage of them. Meet Giggling Tyrant Dragon Rider, a dragon and dark type Pokemon. Giggling Tyrant didn't like how Tyrantrum was considered the king of its time, so it decided to show it who's really in charge. While for many Pokemon of that time this looked like it would be a time for peace, it could not be more wrong. And next we have it riding an Aurorus, who instead of looking super aggressive like the Tyrantrum, it looks super sad as if it just accepted its fate. Meet Giggling Tyrant Snow Rider, a dark and ice type Pokemon. The Aurorus that it rides has given up all hope, making it super sad and invoking an eternal snowstorm provoking the start of an ice age thanks to its amplified powers from Giggling Tyrant. But that's not the only Paradox form we have. I also created this past Paradox Mewtwo based on the Egyptian gods, making it look like a Sphinx cat. Meet Clone Zero. In this new form, it's a psychic and ground type Pokemon created by an ancient civilization. Speaking of Mewtwo, I also created a Convergent Mew for Pokédex fillers some time ago. But instead of being this super rare mythical Pokemon, it's just a common normal type cow. made Mew's pointy ears shaped like a horn and added some cow ears. The rest is pretty similar. I was honestly surprised by how easy it was to turn Mew into a cow. Meet Mew, a normal type Pokemon who looks surprisingly like Mew. But the only thing in common they have is their appearance, because its power is actually pretty underwhelming. Of course, if Mew gets a Convergent, Mewtwo should get one as well. Just like Mew, Mew was also cloned to create the ultimate being. Some aliens came to Earth to find the ancestor of all Pokemon, Mew, but found Mew and got confused because the supposedly super rare Pokemon could be found all over the place. They abducted one, and thanks to their incredible advanced technology, they managed to create a super powerful clone called Mewtwo, a normal and cosmic type Pokemon who can affect the gravity around itself thanks to its udders. I've already shown a few past paradoxes, so now it's time for a future one. Another design I made for Pokédex fillers, Future Paradox Jirachi. It was captured by some super rich person who wanted infinite wishes, but Jirachi only opens its wishing eye once every 100 years. So this billionaire modified Jirachi to make its eye be permanently open. Meet Iron Wish, a cosmic and flying type Pokemon. Due to its traumatic experience with this human, it has become extremely resentful, using its now permanently open eye to punish humanity. And we have one more paradox for the video. One I already showed a few months ago when I was starting the channel, but for those of you who are new, here you go. A past paradox Arceus, supposed to resemble a biblically accurate angel. The idea is that this paradox is an echo of Arceus, basically like an angel sent by Arceus in order to control what's going on, but eventually turned evil and killed most living creatures, which explains how most fossil Pokemon went extinct. After this event, Arceus sealed this Pokemon. Meet Dooming Gaze, a normal and fairy type Pokemon. The video is almost over, but first I just wanted to remind you that you can help support the channel by becoming a member. I know I haven't been uploading much lately, I've been working really hard on the fan game, and it's doing really well, so I feel like I'll be able to showcase something relatively soon. Anyway, back to the video. Next, we have one last Convergent that I also made for Pokédex fillers, a water Convergent for Chi-Yu. When I got this petition, I was really thinking how can I even make this in any way interesting. Chi-Yu is already a fish, but the interesting part of it is that it's made out of fire, so making it a water type would just make it a normal fish. Meet Chi-Ching, a water type Convergent of Chi-Yu. Luckily, the prompt also said that it gets an alternative form, so we created a dragon shaped version of it that you get by accumulating enough coins to enter its treasure form and becoming a water and dragon type. Next we have a new member of the legendary birds, Lisiete, name coming from lithium and siete, 7 in Spanish. A steel and flying type Pokemon based on the Cock of the Rock, a very peculiar name for an even more peculiar bird. And for the final design of the day, we have a Hooper inspired by the Across the Spider-Verse villain, Spot. They both create portals that transport you through space, so I felt like the concept fit perfectly. And just how Spot gets super powerful at the end of the movie and transforms, Hooper also gets a new and bound form based on it. I hope you like it. And that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for waiting, and a special thanks to all of my members who kept supporting me even though I wasn't posting much lately. Thank you Pokédex fillers, Sensaki Farrell, Stanley Pup Gaming, Lisa Alderson Scott, and Fire9596. I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.